Hello, my dear ideal students. Dear students, I'm going to tell you a small story about a little girl and a little bird. What you have to do means listen carefully and suggest a suitable title to the story. Okay? A sweet little girl sees a thin little bird in a park. She is filled with sympathy for the little bird. She thinks that the bird must be feeling very cold since it has no clothes. The bird too feels deep sympathy for the little girl. The bird thinks that the little girl does not have a single feather on her body. So, she must be feeling very cold. Thus, both the little girl and the little bird show thinking of each other's pain. Dear students, now it's time to suggest a suitable title to this story. Please suggest. Today, in this video lesson, we are going to learn the poem Sympathy. I am going to recite the poem. Listen carefully. I lay in sorrow, deep distress, my grip around mine heart. His looks were cold, he gave me gold, but not a kindly word. But not a kindly word. My sorrow past, I paid him back the gold he gave to me. Then stood erect and spoke my thanks and blessed his charity. And blessed his charity. I lay in want and grief and pain, a poor man passed my way. He bound my hand, he gave me bread, he watched me night and day. He watched me night and day. How shall I pay him back again for all he did to me? Oh, gold is great, but greater for his heavenly sympathy. Is heavenly sympathy. Is heavenly sympathy. The poem Sympathy is written by Charles Mackay. He was born on 27th March 1814 and died on 24th December 1889. He was born in Perth, that's in Scotland. He was a Scottish poet, journalist, author, anthologist, and novelist. Glossary: distressed, in great pain or sorrow, grief, deep sorrow, cold, unfriendly, kindly, kind and caring, erect, straight, charity, kindness or sympathy, want, poverty, bind, tie a long thin piece of fabric around something, for, very much. Let us understand the poem. This poem shows how human sympathy is worth far more than money. Poet wrote this poem in very difficult time of his life. At this time, the poet was injured and lying by the side of the road. He was sad and distressed, disappointed. He was also in great pain, both physically as well as mentally. First four lines of the poem describes an incident where the poet was lying on the ground and he was experiencing some kind of suffering. He was sad and depressed. He needed help. As he was crying out in his grief, a proud or a rich man heard the sound and stopped to help him. The poet says, "He gave me gold." Gold refers to money. That proud man gives money to get himself treated. Apart from that, there was no emotion on the proud man's face. His looks were cold, means he was unfriendly. Next four lines describes what happened to him after he had recovered. He says that his bad time passed and now he was able to repay the man who had helped him by giving gold. The poet returns and stood straight, means stood healthy, says thanks and blessed the rich man for his charity. What the rich man has not done at the time of helping. In the sense, the poet tried to tell that he was in need of kind words and sympathy. The poet offered the proud man what he had not offered the poet, a kind word. The poet tells the man that God will certainly reward him for his charity. The poet further describes an incident that is very similar to the one he had described at the beginning of the poem. He says that he had been lying again on the ground and injured. He was in deep sorrow and pain and was in need of help. A poor man was walking by that place and he stopped to help the poet. Instead of giving money as the proud man had, he bandaged the poet's injured head. He bound my head. Bound is a past tense of the word bind, that is to bandage, and give him food and drink to restore his health. He stayed with the poet day and night till he had recovered fully. In last four lines, the poet wonders how he will pay back the poor man who had taken such good care of him. He wanted to return the man something much more than a golden coin or money. What a poor man had treated is not repayable. Now it will be rather difficult to repay the man. This is when the poet comes to a great realization. He understands that the value of sympathy is much more than that of money. Money can certainly help you out in your time of need, but sympathy from a person gives you spirit and strength to fight against difficult times. Hence, the poor man's form of charity is better than the proud man's method, because the proud man had only provided material help in the form of money or gold. It is easy for the poet to repay him. On the other hand, the poor man provided with the kind of help that does not have physical manifestations, which is very difficult to repay. Comprehension question number 1. Discuss the following questions in small groups and present your answers to the class. First one. How did the proud man react to the poet's sorrow? Answer. The proud man looked at the poet without emotions. He didn't offer any word of sympathy, but he gave money in the form of gold. Second question. What do you mean by his looks were cold? Answer. His looks were cold refers that he was not sympathetic. Next question. In spite of having gold, the poor man was not happy. Why? Answer. In spite of having gold, the poor man was not happy because nobody spoke to him with kind words. Question number 4. The poet paid back the proud man. What does this tell you about the poet's character? Answer. The poet was grateful for the proud man's help. He was very sincere in paying back his money. Question number 5. State any two ways by which the poor man expressed his sympathy. Answer. A. The poor man bound poet's head and gave him bread. B. He took care of the poet day and night. 6. What, according to the poet, is greater than gold? Answer. Heavenly sympathy is greater than gold. Question number 7. Explain the last two lines of the poem. Answer. Gold or money is exchangeable and can be measured, whereas the sympathy that a man shows with another is priceless. Sympathy complements humanity. That is why sympathy is greater than that of gold. Question number 8. In not more than 50 words, describe a situation when someone was kind to you. Dear students, for this question, you should give answer. Write in a very simple sentence about your past incident. So, use past tense when you are framing a sentence so that this was happened with you, right? Comprehension question number 2. Given below is a summary of the poem. Complete it by writing the missing word or words. Once I was distressed. A proud man heard my grief. He gave me some money, but did not say even a single word of kindness. When my sorrow was over, I went to him, paid back his money, and thanked him. After some time, I was again in trouble. A poor man stood by me. He bandaged my head. He gave me bread and looked after me day and night. I feel I won't be able to repay him because kindness is more precious than gold. Vocabulary question number 1. Find the odd word out in each set. First one. Sorrow, grief, distress, worry, fried. Here, fried is an odd word. Second one. Hot, cold, warm, boiling. Here, boiling is an odd word. Rich, poor, wealthy, well-to-do, well-off. Here, poor is an odd word. Vocabulary number 2. Look at the words given below. The same word means different in different situations. Find the difference in meaning with help of the example given below. Pair up with your friends to work on more words. Use a dictionary. For example, look at these 4 different sentences. The word past gives different meaning in different situations. Ravi passed in the examination. Ankita passed close by me but did not recognize me. Ovia passed the bowl to Sharon. The old man passed away yesterday. So, here are different sentences of the given words. Vocabulary number 3. Sit with your friend and write out words related to sympathy and movement. I hope you all understand the poem The Sympathy. Subscribe my channel for more videos. Thank you so much.